Hi, it's James, and I'm here at the Steinway factory in Astoria, Queens, New York. I'm going to be taking you on a brief factory tour today so you can get an idea of how they build the legendary Steinway piano by hand here in the United States. So stay tuned. The Steinway tradition is one of American ingenuity and independence. It's an old-world tradition of handcraftsmanship and artistry, a tradition of excellence and innovation that appreciates both financially and musically for generations to come. And nowhere is that tradition more evident than at the Steinway factory. This is the plant Steinway began to build in 1871, as it is today. The factory is larger and much more modern than it was in its early days, but it's not ultra-modern like an auto plant. You don't make fine pianos with robots and welding fingers on production assembly lines. 85% of the piano is wood. Only the best specimens of over a dozen different species of wood from all around the world are included in Steinway pianos. You won't find any particle board or plastic parts in a Steinway. The wood is stacked and air-dried for up to a year before it even makes it into the factory. Then Steinway finishes the drying process with a kiln before sending the lumber into production. Production begins with the most dramatic process of all, the shaping of Steinway's iconic grand piano rim. Steinway's unique system is to bend both an inner rim and an outer rim at the same time. This is the method that achieves ultimate strength and durability, and the quality of sound distinctive to Steinway. Other piano builders make them separately, and that compromises the integrity of this basic structural component, which has to sustain the strain of stringing, and that can be as much as 45,000 pounds. The sets of maple, about 20 feet long, are carried into the press and clamped into position. It takes a team of strong, skilled workers. They work outward from the center, forming thin glue lines for superior adhesion. The presses, by the way, were invented by C.F. Theodore Steinway in 1880 and are still in use today. After 24 hours of pressure and high-frequency heat, the urea resin glue is set. The rim is then removed from the press, chalk-dated, and stored upright in a conditioning room for several months, depending on its size. The conditioning room is 95 degrees, with a relative humidity of 45%. It's unbearably hot. Once cured, the completed rims are sanded, trimmed, and fitted with Steinway's patented radial bracing, giving a Steinway unparalleled tuning stability and tonal projection. Next, the rest plank, or tuning pin block, is added. Today's Steinways use a special pin block, patented in 1963, with 7 layers of maple wood laminated in 6 different grain directions. This hexagrip design gives Steinway pianos a tuning stability that is by far the strongest in the industry. Elsewhere in the factory, workers are building the famous Steinway soundboard. Pieces of the finest grade Alaskan spruce are glued together, sanded, crowned, and tapered with Steinway's patented diaphragmatic shape, a critical and top-secret feature of the Steinway tone. The Steinway factory is the only place in the world where these boards can be installed. Steinway doesn't sell their soundboards to anybody. In the belly department, Steinway artisans begin the process of assembling the piano's midsection. The cast iron plate, which holds the strings, is lowered into position over the soundboard and perfectly fitted into the piano's rim. The belly man will spend several hours fitting these critical components together until he achieves the ideal bearing, downward pressure from the strings onto the piano's bridge. Once the piano's belly has been assembled, it's time for stringing. Workers use a press to push the tuning pins down into the pin block and wrap the Swedish steel strings perfectly around the pin. They string the piano by hand and provide the first level of tension on the piano's plate. Another top-secret part of the Steinway factory is the action-making department. Here, builders create and assemble Steinway's patented accelerated action. Proven to be 25% faster than any other grand piano action in the world, this 1936 patent is another reason that over 1,500 pianists around the world bear the moniker Steinway artist, and none are paid to do so. This is the 300,000th Steinway piano. It was presented to the American people during Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration in 1938, and it is still in use as the official White House piano. Steinway is the only piano manufacturer in the world that uses the same exacting standards of design and manufacture, and the same hand craftsmanship in every single piano they build, grand or vertical, for the concert stage, or for the home. Steinway stands for quality in both craftsmanship and artistry. And now, after over 120 patents and over 150 years of making the world's finest piano, Steinway is still the piano by which all others are judged. Well, thanks for watching. That was our brief tour of the Steinway factory, and stay tuned for a new video in 2 weeks from the GIST YouTube channel.
Hop in your old jalop and head for the malted shop, where all of the cats join in. Oh, down go my last 2 bid, comes up 1 banana split, where all of the cats join